An A&M football player is behind bars tonight and suspended from the team indefinitely. Old mattresses, televisions, chairs, couches, all this trash has been out here for more than a week, and neighbors say it has to go. I have to say, I'm loving your shirt color choice today. We match.
Hey, yeah, yours is pretty good too.
A pair of rather daring burglars hit 2 gas stations overnight.
Here's what I can tell you. When I was out here yesterday, the letters were still on the house. Today, they're gone. You are allowed to bring very small purses into the stadium with you, as long as they're less than 6.5 inches wide. Anything bigger than that means you'll have to bring a clear bag instead. For beer lovers, downtown Bryan was the place to be this afternoon.
Arizona, Utah, and Idaho all head to the polls on Tuesday.
Shay got out of the car and started running into this field. Pullen followed him. Under this new proposal, the top speed would be about 68 miles an hour. We'll send things over to Natalie now for a look at our weekend forecast. And Natalie, it's not raining, which is a plus for a weekend, something we haven't seen in quite some time. The security cameras at the bank weren't working during the robbery, but the ones next door at the Holiday Inn were, and they caught everything. 5 vehicles were broken into in this apartment parking lot last night alone. They all had one thing in common. The doors were all left unlocked, letting the thieves get right in. 2 people from Bryan are behind bars tonight after police say they were making fake money in their College Station hotel room. 39-year-old Robert Castleman and 35-year-old Heather Patterson are connected to nearly $1,000 worth of fake 10s and 20s. Lend a hand, make your mark. That's what organizers say Kyle Field Day is all about. It's a 1-day service project for the entire community. Lots of people came out to Kyle Field this afternoon. They had a chance to help out with a wide array of organizations. Options included things like painting dog houses for an animal adoption center, decorating shoes for a needy community in Mexico, and writing thank you notes for A&M custodians. For beer lovers, downtown Bryan was the place to be this afternoon. They packed Main Street for Firkin Fest. It's a celebration of Texas craft beer that's made in small wood barrels called firkins. 14 breweries from across the state set up shop and poured their brews all afternoon. The beer from Firkins is not filtered, and often extra ingredients are added, things like spices, fruit, or even extra hops. 2 days after Prince's death, family and close friends gathered for a memorial at his estate. Fans of the legendary music icon also paid their respects. Omar Villafranca has more now from outside Prince's recording studio in Minnesota. With 2 weeks to go until A&M's first football game of the season, the roster just got smaller. 20-year-old Josh Walker is facing charges of family violence, assault, and interfering with an emergency call. He has been suspended indefinitely per athletic department policy. Police say he got into a physical fight with his girlfriend at their College Station apartment yesterday. The report says he pushed her to the ground, causing her to fall on a child's rocking horse. Walker reportedly took the phone away from her when she tried to call 911, but unbeknownst to him, the connection was already made. Dispatchers say they heard the two arguing and, quote, sounds of hitting. During a high-speed chase on Highway 59, the men trying to escape police started throwing thousands of dollars of cash out of the windows of their SUV. More than $48,000 to be exact. The money found scattered across the highway. Authorities threw down spike strips and stopped the chase. That was around 5 a.m. All 5 men reportedly have extensive criminal records. Turning now to Carly for a check of our forecast. And Carly, after months of what seemed like no rain at all, we asked for rain, and boy, are we getting it. So I'm trying hard not to complain, but so much rain over so many days.
So be careful with any minor flooding that could arise.
Okay, we have had some reports already of some accidents on some major highways in the area. It looked like a doomsday shelter. Police found a stockpile of guns, ammo, body armor, and money, quite a bit of it, in a bunker under a Houston bingo hall. $87,000 inside the kind of safe you'd see at a bank. Nearly 100 guns, including 35 pistols, body armor, and boxes of ammunition. All seized over the last 48 hours.
Sure, it's coming. It's here next Friday night.
Where has the summer gone? Not that I'm not excited about football, but the summer's flown by. In the aftermath of the Louisiana flooding, so many groups and volunteers have stepped up to help. The Salvation Army, who organized a massive distribution center at a Baton Rouge mall, helping out hundreds of families today. Robbie Reynolds has that story. From too much water to not enough, a wildfire continues to burn in Southern California. It's already charred 15,000 acres. Several communities are now under a mandatory evacuation order. Highways are being closed and just 5% of the perimeter is contained. This whole thing started right here on Highway 21. Tiffany Sterling and her current boyfriend, Shay Lackey, were driving down the road. That's when Tiffany's ex-boyfriend, Kevin Pullen, rammed his car into theirs. They all pulled over. Shay got out of the car and started running into this field. Pullen followed him.
Authorities say Pullen then shot Shay twice, killing him. They say he used a stolen shotgun to do it. And now they think jealousy may have been the motive. Pullen telling investigators he'd been planning to kill Shay all day long.
I don't feel that he deserved that.
Matthew Murphy and his mom, Chris Welch, have known Shay for 12 years.
He's a good person. He always kind of looked out for me and I looked out for him.
Saturday I gave him a ride and he gave me a cross necklace, and it didn't occur to me yesterday when he said it. I wonder if he knew it was going to be the last time that he'd see me. He said, here's something you could always remember me by. And that hurts.
Pullen is here in the Brazos County Jail on $700,000 bond. This, though, is not his first time behind bars. He was convicted of trying to molest a child in Arizona 30 years ago. We checked the DPS sex offender registry. It says he lives in this trailer on South Oakland Lane in Bryan. His neighbors told us they can't believe a murder suspect lives down the street.
I was surprised it's getting that close to home. We've been having it all over the country, but it's getting pretty close now.
Investigators are still trying to piece everything together. So if you were driving down Highway 21 yesterday afternoon, they want to know what you saw. People here at Sigma Nu with Anton Gridnev the night he died told police he took several drugs, including heroin. There's now a new medicine available at pharmacies in Texas that could have saved his life.
Mickey Paduan has come a long way.
A very serious addiction to methamphetamine, alcohol, and some heroin. I had just been convicted of a first-degree felony. I had just been placed on probation, the same probation department I now work at.
Against all odds, she's turned her life around.
This coming February, I'll have 30 years sober.
And now works as a chemical dependency counselor and sits on the Brazos County Drug Court. But the memories of when she says she hit rock bottom are still fresh in her mind.
I can't tell you the number of people that I lost due to overdoses. And I knew I was next in line to die a horrible death.
So when she first heard about the deadly drug overdose at Sigma Nu,
it was devastating to me.
Since 2000, the rate of drug overdose deaths nationwide has skyrocketed 137%. Overdose deaths involving opioids have gone up 200%.
It's crazy that people are dying to get high.
In hopes of curbing the growing problem, Texas now allows you to get Narcan, which stops an opioid overdose in seconds, at CVS and Walgreens without a prescription. It's something College Station EMS crews have carried with them for years.
Last time in 2015, we gave it to 32 different patients.
Narcan, also referred to as naloxone, costs around $100 per dose.
It's because it's a breathing-related issue. Every second counts.
While she works hard to get people off drugs altogether, Mickey knows it's never an overnight success. So she's a big believer in the good Narcan can do.
The drugs that a lot of these people are buying off the street, they have no idea of the potency, the purity, so it's just it's a Russian roulette.
She may have battled her drug addiction, but now she's faced with another.
I'm addicted now to seeing people getting well.
And that's a high she hopes she never comes down from. Kristen Guilfoos, News 3.